Last time we were discussing which are the various problems, disorders that can be associated with our circulatory system. Mainly what fault can be there with respect to our heart and how it can be affecting vital organs of our body. To understand that, we were discussing about the concept of blood pressure. And we had defined blood pressure, the force by which, the lateral force by which the blood is made to flow inside arteries. You can also say that the type of resistance that the blood is experienced when it is flowing inside these closed chambers. Okay, this depends on two major factors. Volume of blood, obviously volume of blood is going to be high, blood pressure is going to be high, and second is the diameter, the size of the lumen of the arteries. More the lumen, lesser will be the blood pressure. Means over here it is indirectly proportional to that. Okay, there are various factors which are responsible to increase or decrease the blood pressure. If a person suffers from high blood pressure, we say that the problem is hypertension. If the problem is low blood pressure, then we say it as hypertension. To measure this blood pressure, we use an instrument called as sphygmomanometer, which is measuring your blood pressure, especially of those artery which is superficial. Now there is an artery over here, brachial artery. We normally consider this by instrument used is sphygmomanometer, which detects two types of pressure. Pressure when heart is in a contracted state, when it is actually pumping the blood inside the artery. That pressure you call it as systolic pressure, and normal value of systolic pressure is 120 mm mercury. The pressure is minimum, सबसे कम pressure कब develop होता है when heart is in a relaxed state, that is after ventricular diastole I can say, and that accounts for around 80 mm of mercury. So we say the normal blood pressure of a person is from 180 to 20 mm mercury. It can be fluctuating and that can be considered as normal. But if it is more than 140 by 90, then I say that the person is having hypertension and consistent hypertension. Okay, there is no proper monitoring. This hypertension is not going to have hazardous health effect. Okay, but if it is just let it like this and it keeps on getting aggravated, and now if the value goes beyond 200, then it is going to affect certain vital organs like your brain can experience stroke. Okay, there can be internal bleeding. Okay, then with respect to eyes, there can be retinal damage. With respect to kidney can suddenly stop to function. Okay, so blood pressure is something which has to be actually monitored with respect to those people who has a history of blood pressure problem in their family. Means to certain extent we can consider this problem to be genetic, okay, hereditary. Okay, so a difference of this blood pressure, yani ki systolic and diastolic, that pressure is making certain jerky waves in your arteries which you can feel in the form of pulse. So can I say this pressure is pulse pressure? So what is the normal value of a pulse pressure? 120 minus 8. This is the extra pressure which is being created. So 40 mm mercury. Are you getting my point? In the resting it is 80. When suddenly blood is pumped, now the pressure is high, that is 120. So when you subtract 120 minus 80, I can say this is the pulse pressure. Okay, pulse pressure, or what you call it as over here, if I want to study about blood pressure, one law or one relationship I did not share with you, that is called as something Mary's law. Okay, now we saw various factors that tend to increase or decrease the blood pressure. Okay, we saw heart rate. There are conditions how heart rate can be increased, how heart rate can be decreased. Mary's law is a law which established the relationship between blood pressure and heart rate. Blood pressure is inversely proportional to heart rate. अब बोलोगे मैम, but you had said during exercise, okay, blood pressure भी बढ़ता है, heart rate भी बढ़ता है, right? During exercise, during anger, during anxiety, whenever sympathetic nervous system is trying to take control your body, all the factors over here are in direct proportionality. So that is some other situation. But when the body is in homeostasis, normal condition, in that time when blood pressure is increasing, body as a mean to bring it down will always try to reduce the heart rate to compensate for increase in blood pressure. Relation समझ में आया? Means if I go for changed condition, emergency condition, during emergency condition the relation is what? Directly proportional. Both are directly proportional. मतलब blood pressure भी बढ़ेगा, heart rate भी बढ़ेगा. But under normal scenario, when the body is not subjected to emergency situation, then the body will try to always follow which law? The Mary's law. What Mary's law state? Higher the blood pressure, lower will be the heart rate. Now how we are able to regulate this? Okay. Remember, if we suffer or if high blood pressure is developed, there are someone to detect this high blood pressure. Who is that? Baroreceptor. We saw two baroreceptors distributed at two different places. Where did we see? In the aortic arch and then in the bifurcation of carotid artery. At the same places, we had also seen one more type of receptor, which was that chemoreceptor. Baroreceptor अलग है, chemoreceptor अलग है. Don't change them. Okay. Baroreceptor का literal meaning is what? Pressure receptor. Someone who is detecting pressure differences, basically increase. So they are a kind of stretch receptor. The moment aorta receives certain extra volume of blood, can I say there will be slight stretching of aorta? The moment that actually indicates blood is flowing at a high pressure there. The moment receptors are stimulated, they will generate a nerve impulse, send it to medulla, and medulla will regulate the heartbeat in such a manner that it will reduce the heart rate. So this is a mean of what I can say, our self adaptation or adjustment. So whenever high blood, a person who is experiencing hypertension, the heart rate of that person will be comparatively low. So that is what Mary's law states. This was nowhere mentioned in the textbook, but there might be one or two questions in your booklet, and the booklet had this particular law. Otherwise in syllabus it is nowhere to be mentioned. Why I wanted to clear this? Because we have this misconception कि मैम अगर blood pressure जिसका high होगा उसका heart rate भी high होगा. No. As a mean of self-protecting yourself, जिसका hypertension होगा, body will tend to reduce the heart rate. But if you are not giving your body sufficient time, like in emergency situation, exercising condition, जहाँ पर बहुत जल्दी activity हो रही है, that particular time we are not allowing heart rate to be reduced. तो वहाँ पर blood pressure or heart rate will simultaneously increase. Okay? So what does Mary's law state? Blood pressure is inversely proportional to heart rate. Write down what is the reason behind it. Why it happens? Increase in blood pressure. Increase in blood pressure stimulates baroreceptors. Increase in blood pressure stimulates baroreceptors to generate nerve impulse. To generate nerve impulse to be sent. To generate nerve impulse to be sent to medulla. To generate nerve impulse to be sent to medulla, so that heart rate can be reduced. So that heart rate can be reduced to compensate for increased blood pressure. Okay, this is one of the means. Body का other mean क्या होगा? Body itself will try to lower the blood pressure also, and that is a combined effect of heart, kidney and hypothalamus. These are the three organs which work in close coordination to keep on monitoring the blood pressure. Can I say heart is responsible for making the blood pressure in the arteries? Why? Because heart is the one which is pumping volume of blood inside the artery. Then to keep it constant, that is the function of kidney and hypothalamus. So what type of receptor both these organs also should have? Baroreceptors means fluctuating. They also need to have osmoreceptors. Can I say osmoreceptor will be also like baroreceptors? Because volume of blood is the one which is directly proportional to blood pressure. तो अगर हमने देखा water का potential बहुत ज़्यादा है, that actually suggests what? Blood pressure is very high. So either baroreceptor should be there or osmoreceptor should be there. Hypothalamus has osmoreceptor, kidney has baroreceptor and also chemoreceptor. This particular part we shall cover in detail when we are talking about excretory system. So just add one point. Hence, blood pressure is maintained. Hence, blood pressure is maintained by the combined action of the blood pressure is maintained by the combined action of heart, hypothalamus and kidney. Okay? There is one more law which is mentioned that is called as Starling law. What I am doing is all extra. Because students have asked me, that's why I am covering this. Yes, anyone else? Any doubt?
Yes, the heart rate, the normal heart rate of an athlete is lower than the normal person, so BP is higher.
Yes.
So it is not good for health, no?
Obviously. Okay. Now why it is so? Let us understand second law that is in context with this law only, and that is called as Starling's law. Now what does Starling law means? Starling law in one word if I have to say, stroke volume is directly proportional to venous return of blood to heart. Okay? Stroke volume is directly proportional to venous return of blood to heart. Now, everyone knows what is stroke volume? What is stroke volume? The volume of blood pumped by each ventricle per heartbeat. Okay? And we saw that value to be around 70 ml. Means per heartbeat, the left ventricle and right ventricle separately pumps 70 ml. But when I calculate cardiac output, I am taking only with respect to left ventricle, any one of them, right? Because that is something which is a part of systemic circulation. Okay? So, stroke volume, मतलब heart per heartbeat में कितना blood बाहर निकालेगा will depend on how much blood is entering inside the heart. Can I call that blood as venous blood? Now be very clear. When I use the term venous, though it indicates majority of time it is deoxygenated, but literal meaning of venous means what? Blood which is carried by veins. So can I say blood coming to right auricle or blood coming to left auricle is venous? Though one is oxygenated and another is deoxygenated. Are you getting it? So कितना blood अंदर आ रहा है, that will decide कितना blood बाहर जाएगा. A very simple logic. So if more venous blood, or I can say if more blood is getting filled inside the atria, can I say auricles will stretch a little? थोड़ा उसकी size बढ़ेगी. जितना muscle stretch करेगा, can I say it will contract also with that double force now to come back to its original shape? Same logic na, if you just pull a spring, it will come back to its original shape with the same double speed because you have put some sort of energy over there. So over that thing only is referred as Starling law. Means it is directly proportional. Stroke volume is directly proportional to the venous return. Now over here, since athletes, athletes are the one which are a bit muscular, the fat content of their body is quite less and they are always showing high physical activity, तो उनका muscle content ज़्यादा होगा. Same manner, cardiac muscle भी थोड़ा content उनका ज़्यादा होगा. So their heart का size is slightly, their heart size is slightly larger than a normal person. So their stroke volume will be comparatively more as compared to normal person. So overall, can I say their cardiac output will be always more than a normal person? But when they are also in a resting state, जहाँ stroke volume body ने बढ़ा दी है, क्यों बढ़ा दी है? क्योंकि बार बार heart का size थोड़ा बढ़ के उसकी size थोड़ी सी increase होगी. So to compensate for increase in stroke volume, what will body try to do? Decrease the heart rate. Because अगर stroke volume बढ़ रही है, blood pressure बढ़ेगा. अगर blood pressure बढ़ रहा है तो heart rate कम. This is when the athletes are resting. But what can I say when they are actually involved in sports activity? Their blood pressure is also going to be high, their heart rate is also going to be high. So when I compare an athlete ka body with a normal person, heart rate, blood pressure, cardiac output, everything is gonna be more with respect to a normal person. So everyone clear with this two things? Both are not very important. But since they are given in the booklet, so I have just covered that.
Madam,
okay?
link.
I know Borivali Center is not.
लिंक डाउन हुआ है, दूसरे पे स्विच हो गया.
हाँ ठीक है, तो ये एक पार्ट उनका मिस हुआ भी रहेगा ना, तो मैं उनकी क्लास में करवा दूँगी. Every other center is not having any problem, right? So we saw the relation between blood pressure, heart rate. We saw the relation between stroke volume and the venous return. We also saw what is a normal heart rate. How much we saw? Normal is around 72 times per minute, but there is a range, okay? 60 to 100 times per minute. If your heart rate is fluctuating in this range, then it is considered normal. This is in the resting state. Resting state means no strenuous physical activity is getting done. So any condition where there is, heart rate is more than 100 times per minute, in that condition we call it as tachycardia. Remember the same thing we saw with increasing pulse rate or heart rate, both means the same manner. If there is reduce, then you call it as bradycardia. Bradycardia means heart rate is less than, कितना होगा? 60. If it is less than 60 times per minute, then we say that the person is suffering from bradycardia. Okay? Collectively, can I call this? Collectively, can I call it as Borivali? I know you have missed when I was explaining Starling's law. Okay? This is not very important. But still, in the coming week, when I will be having a physical lecture with you guys, at that particular time, I will be explaining this. अगर मेरी नहीं समझ में आया है, तो this and this. Okay, just remind me. I'll cover it in the physical class. Okay, so don't bother कि तुमने कुछ छूट गया है. So together, tachycardia and bradycardia. I can say it as arrhythmia. Means the rhythmic action of the heart is disturbed. This specifically is called as cardiac arrhythmia. Cardiac arrhythmia. यानी कि heart rate is disturbed. I have one more arrhythmia called as sinus arrhythmia. Okay? This is with respect to heart rate. This is with respect to breathing rate. Both controlling center is medulla oblongata. I have told you all vital center with respect to involuntary activities are there in your medulla oblongata. Sinus arrhythmia, breathing rate. Cardiac arrhythmia is with respect to heart rate. This is an abnormal phenomena. This is a normal physiological act. Okay, each one of us can have this problem of sinus arrhythmia. It is not a physiological problem. It is just a phenomena which your body is showing. That only means during inspiration, breathing rate as well as heart rate tends to increase. Okay, during expiration, breathing rate, heart rate, what you can say, tends to decrease. Okay, as we know, how I can correlate? Inspiration is a active process, and during that particular time you require energy, so more supply of blood is needed. Okay. Yes, Morindi, any problem?
Ma'am, can you again explain sinus arrhythmia, please?
Sinus arrhythmia, what I have said, cardiac arrhythmia is a disorder. Sinus arrhythmia is just a physiological process which your body is doing with respect to breathing rate and how it is correlated to heart rate. It only means breathing rate, inspiration, at the time of inspiration the heart rate is gonna increase. At the time of expiration it is gonna decrease. This is normal, this is abnormal. Okay. Can one of the reason of cardiac arrhythmia be faulty? What can be the reason for cardiac arrhythmia? SA node, SA node is not working properly. One of the reasons can be that. So any fault of the SA node, how I can treat it? Artificial pacemaker. So to as treatment, if the fault is in SA node, there can be use of artificial pacemaker. Artificial means it is a battery, it's a nickel cadmium battery, pre-programmed.
Ma'am, actually we were disconnected from Starlink.
Yes, I know. I just said that to you. You guys have missed this particular point. Mary's law and Starling law. Rest everything was already done. So this particular part which you have missed, I will do when I am going to take a physical lecture coming week. So don't bother.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay? So this problem of arrhythmia, if it is with respect to SA node, I can treat it by using a pre-programmed nickel cadmium battery. Why nickel cadmium? Because it is seen to be chemically inert, okay, without causing any harm. So with wires, I will put this particular battery in the place of SA node, which will, which has that much amount of stored energy that can generate impulses for at least 3 to 7 years. Means can I say it is not for lifelong? It needs replacement, timely replacement. Okay. So blood pressure and how faulty heart rate can be. Yes, where there is SA node, you will not remove the faulty SA node. It will be attached to that SA node. So it will be embedded there where there is SA node. Okay. The other problems that are associated with heart. Now let us see that. By any manner, if I try to reduce the blood supply of heart, if I am reducing blood supply of heart, problems lies where? Coronary artery. Carotid artery supplies to the brain. So any problem in the coronary artery, problem means if I reduce the size of the coronary artery, and to reduce the size, can there be some deposition of material? And if a material has to be deposited internally to the walls of the artery, this material should be sticky. It should be someone who is very much not soluble in blood. And which is that? Cholesterol. I can give the blame to fats. Okay. So fatty substances, and the fat substance which body is producing a lot, that is cholesterol. जरूरी नहीं है कि cholesterol सिर्फ तुम्हारे यहाँ पर बाहर से आएगा. Whatever excess fat that you are consuming, liver convert that fat to cholesterol. Liver convert that thing into glucose. That process is called as gluconeogenesis. नहीं करवा पाता because वो excess में हो रहा है, then it will just release those fatty. Triglyceride का level also in blood is going to be very high. So excess of this fats, कोलेस्ट्रॉल, फाइब्रस टिश्यू अगर ब्लड में बहुत ज़्यादा है, it will go on getting deposited in the artery. So in due course of time, am I reducing the lumen of the artery? Yes. So what will happen to the blood pressure? Increase. So are there chances of rupture of this blood vessel? Yes. Are there chances that this blood vessel जिस heart muscle को blood supply कर रही है, with the time that blood supply is going to be reduced? Is this going to have damaging effect on the cardiac muscle? Yes. Slowly that can kill the cardiac muscle, and that particular time person can face myocardial infarction or heart failure or cardiac arrest. So it is like a stepwise manner how you can actually make your heart stop doing its activity. Okay, so let us see.
Infarction means failure.
Infarction means attack. In common language we call it as heart attack. Scientific term is myocardial infarction. Okay, so all this begins as a minor problem, and that problem is called as atherosclerosis. Okay, where this word sclerosis simply means hardening. I don't want my blood vessel, especially arteries, to be hard. They have to be very elastic, flexible, because fluctuating volume of blood is passing through these blood vessels. Okay, so naturally they should not be allowed to become hard. Athero literally means flat. Okay, means certain extra thing is getting deposited internally. Now imagine this is my blood vessel. Okay, imagine I have cut it in this manner, longitudinal. Okay, I have cut it like this, so you can see what is present inside. Now if this is having the problem of atherosclerosis, it will be like this. The wall will be thickened from inside. Means, can I say this is the lumen? The size of the lumen is reduced. So can I say this blue color deposition which I have made? This blue color deposition is what? Okay. And now what is the composition of this plaque? ये plaque कहाँ से आया? क्यों आया? क्योंकि blood में कोई ऐसी चीज थी जो body use नहीं कर सक रही है, that get deposited, that comes out of the blood and gets deposited in the wall of the blood vessels. Okay, especially arteries. And that is fats. And the most important G form of this fat is cholesterol. Here when I say fat, I am basically representing triglycerides. Remember, triglyceride का दूसरा नाम है fat. Is cholesterol true fat की derived fat? Derived. It's a derived lipid. Remember, body converts your triglyceride into cholesterol. And that cholesterol is actually derived from sterol. And sterols are converted into cholesterol, and from cholesterol you get a variety of products. Okay? So fats plus cholesterol, certain amount of calcium and fibrous tissue. Okay? All this together gets deposited on the inner wall. Plaque gets deposited on the inner wall. Inner wall यानी कि which layer I am talking about? Endothelium. It is endothelium. Okay, that is tunica interna, I can say. Okay, inner wall of arteries, and hence reduce size of lumen. So obviously blood pressure is going to be very. So this makes, if I say fibrous tissue content ज़्यादा हो गया है, so I can say उसकी elasticity कम हो रही है. अगर elasticity कम हो रही है, with time it is getting harder. Okay? And the most dangerous artery, if it is getting deposited, then the same problem of atherosclerosis, I call it as CAD. CAD means coronary artery disorder. Coronary artery disorder यानी कि deposition of plaque in coronary artery. And I say atherosclerosis with respect to coronary artery is called as CAD. So in due course of time, if this is not treated, the blood supply to the cardiac muscle, जो artery जिस cardiac muscle को supply कर रही है blood, in due course of time that blood will be reduced, oxygen supply, nutrient content, everything is going to be reduced. तो धीरे धीरे chest pain होना शुरू हो जाता है. And that chest pain, when it is mild, I refer it as angina pectoris. Okay, so angina pectoris, or what you call it as mild, sometimes it can be acute, it can be highly painful also, but this is something which is temporary, and if you take sufficient rest, you have a control on your breathing, proper breathe karo, take adequate amount of rest, the symptom will subside. Okay, but if you don't take this particular signal of your body properly and don't take proper medication, आगे जाकर के chances of heart attack will be very high. Okay, so what I can say, CAD begins as yes. Angina pectoris. Angina pectoris यानी कि mild chest pain. यही आगे जाकर के बहुत painful हो सकता है. And all of a sudden when it happens, then we say that the person is experiencing a heart attack. Okay? So angina pectoris, why it has happened? Because it is the beginning of CAD. Beginning of CAD is signaling what? कि धीरे धीरे cardiac muscle की blood supply कम होती जा रही है. ठीक है? तो अगर if you properly take care of your diet, diet में से fat content tremendously कम कर दो, salt intake tremendously कम कर दो, you are not clearing the plaque, but you are not allowing new plaque to be formed there. All this deposition will depend upon how much of blockage is there in your artery. Okay, and depending on that, your line of treatment will be there. Okay, if your grandparents have gone through a bypass surgery, bypass surgery is something, bypass means you create a separate lane to supply blood to the damaged cardiac muscle. Okay, naturally भी ये होता है. अब ये हम कब करते हैं? Imagine you don't take care of anything. What will happen? There is 100% blockage. So the blood, if it is coming in this direction, it is not going to here. And यहाँ पर जो भी muscle होगी, can I say this muscle is not receiving any blood supply? So in due course of time, this muscle will die. And if any one muscle part, small person part of the heart is damaged, can I say it is going to have a damage on the entire heart muscle? Yes, because cardiac muscle follow the principle of all or none. काम करेगी तो सब एक साथ करेंगे, otherwise कोई नहीं करेगा, right? So this problem has to be tackled. तो अगर ये पूरा 100% blockage है, then doctors have got no other alternate remaining. They will put a new blood vessel that will go and supply this. So can I say we have produced another lane? We are bypassing that traffic, that jam. So that's why this surgery is called as a bypass surgery. ठीक है? अगर ऐसा है, if the blockage is 40%, 60%, 70%, there is still some space. Okay? That how do you detect whether it is 100% blockage, 70%? You do a test called as angiography. Angio यानी कि blood vessel. Graphy, you put a ink, okay, a dye, okay, and wherever it will go and bind, and then if you subject it to X-ray screening, you can see those clots. Okay, so जहाँ पर भी तुमको blockage दिखाई देता है, when you monitor it, you will come to know कि कितना percentage blockage है. And while doing angiography only, if doctor sees करके कि 70-80% block है, then they couple it with angioplasty. That time only. So angioplasty means along with the catheter, you put a stent, a bubble therapy, which will go and blast. मतलब blast यानी कि it will reduce the size of the plaque. Okay? Or you will put a stent there. A spirally coiled spring will be put, which will keep the artery intact. So it is step manner thing. Angiography, angioplasty, but अगर ये 100% blockage है, angioplasty is not possible. because the जाने के लिए ही it will not go allow inside. Okay, so that particular time we are left with only one option, that is bypass surgery. But a person should not allow this much amount of thing to be happening. Body proper signal देती है. First signal is angina pectoris. आई बात समझ में? So angina pectoris means mild chest pain. Can I say it happens due to reduction of blood supply to heart? I can simply say it as a initial stage. Okay, if you take sufficient amount of rest, this will be taken care of. Okay, the person can.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, this bypass artery, can it be naturally formed?
No. Naturally, yes, it can. See, we are having people claim by meditation, yoga and all, you can. Yes, you can, because body में continuously angiogenesis हो रहा है. Okay, but somewhere heart एक ऐसा है, I have told you, by 8 to 12 years, your cells stops to divide. Okay, it can just grow in size. So the phenomena of angiogenesis also with respect to heart compared to other organ is less. Okay, so it is up to you. Either you go with science, take a call and do the surgery, or wait for its natural healing. Can I say this natural healing will go on reducing with age? So a person who is at 60-70 years of age and अब उसको बोलेंगे bypass surgery करना जरूरी है, the family has to take a call immediately, because protein synthesis in them, growth and development in them is very much less. But at a younger age, this healing can be comparatively faster. So yes, it can occur on its own, but it is what you can say, you are taking a chance. Here I am getting rid of it. But again, this is no hard and fast condition कि आगे जाकर के blockage नहीं होगा. आगे जाकर के अगर blockage नहीं होना है, the person has to be very careful about his or her diet and lifestyle. Such people have to be, they have to be staying away from lot of salts and fats, and they need to exercise a lot. Yes, I know.
Ma'am, when we take an artery, from which part of the body?
You can take it from any part of the body.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, from the leg, from the arm, from any place. Yes, you just remove it and you put it. Like for a burn patient, यहाँ की skin जल गई है. Okay, you take the thigh का skin and you plant it over there. Right? So better than seeing a scar here. Okay, you don't want to see a scar here. Okay, it's the same matter. Here अगर एक आधी blood capillary artery नहीं होगी चलेगा. It will automatically heal. The power of healing comparatively will be more. Okay?
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, what about if the second blockage takes place, are there any chances for the second
Are
bypass?
there any chances? It is said that bypass surgery, for a person of 70 to 80 years, maximally second time. उससे ज़्यादा person cannot take that much amount of strain. तो तुम पूरी लाइफ में 2 बार bypass surgery कर सकते हो. See, this is, you are cutting your rib cage, you are opening heart, you are stopping the activity of the heart. So every time you cannot take that much amount of strain or stress. So maximally हम 2 बार कर सकते हैं. Third time जब करोगे तो chances are very high that the person will die on the operation theatre. Okay? अगर एक बार bypass किया है तो next time it is better to go for angioplasty. अब वो angioplasty भी तुम बार-बार नहीं कर सकते हो. Okay? Yes?
Miss, so they cut the sternum.
Yes, Jalgaon?
Miss, during bypass they cut the sternum.
Yes, not sternum, baby. Basically, they will cut the costal cartilage. Okay, not sternum, costal cartilage. थोड़ा सा ribs को अलग करेंगे and then they will go up to the, okay, not sternum.
Miss, and what is fistula?
What is
Fistula.
fistula? Spell it out. Oh, that is
Miss, I don't know the spelling.
because the way you are pronunciating it, there is one of the bone which is extra present with respect to birds, associated with their heart to support them. Why? Because over here lot of living flight muscles are attached. Bird ka heart rate is comparatively much higher as compared to us. Okay? So coming back to this. Let me first finish all this and then I will come. Otherwise मेरा ये chapter ना कभी खत्म नहीं होने वाला. Angina pectoris, I can say it subsides with rest. Okay? But if person still don't take proper care, it can lead to acute heart attack, or in scientific term you call it as myocardial infarction. Okay? Myocardial infarction means what? When you reduce the blood supply to heart, with due course of time, few heart muscles will be degenerated, they will be damaged, okay, and hence the rhythmic contraction and relaxation will be gone. So over that particular time, we will say that the person is experiencing a acute means all of a sudden. This has happened because of damage or degeneration of cardiac muscle. So is heart still contracting and relaxing at that time? Yes, but that contraction and relaxation is going to be highly painful. Okay, there will be lot of chest pain which will go and spread throughout the neck region. From the neck it goes to your left shoulder, left arm, and it can go to your lower jaw. It will not go beyond that. So this part of your body pains a lot during a heart attack. Okay, ये टाइम पे अगर मेडिकल अटेंशन नहीं दिया गया, the person will experience cardiac arrest. Okay, cardiac arrest simply means what? Cessation, stoppage of all heart ka activity. Whether the fault was due to electrical activity of the heart or whether the fault was due to mechanical activity of the heart. So cardiac arrest, heart arrest means stoppage or cessation of heartbeat. Heart has stopped to function. So it's like step by step. Atherosclerosis of your coronary artery, CAD. CAD is not taken care, angina pectoris. Angina pectoris not taken care, heart attack. Heart attack not taken care, cardiac arrest. That can lead to the death of the person. Okay. So here whatever fault we saw, this fault is with respect to blood supply to the heart, which is slowly killing the cardiac muscle. But if the fault is like this, कि blood supply normal है, तो मेरी cardiac muscle are healthy, but the muscles are not receiving electrical stimulus. मतलब there is fault in the conducting system of the heart. That conducting system can be SA node, AV node, bundle of his, Purkinje fiber. कहीं पर भी अगर fault होगा, which doesn't allow atria or ventricles to contract, then the problem arises, which you call it as heart block. Be very clear with the term. Heart attack अलग चीज है, heart block अलग चीज है. Heart block means what? There is faulty conduction of electrical activity of the nodal tissue of the heart. तो अगर electrical activity ठीक से नहीं हो रही है, तो obviously mechanical activity भी ठीक से नहीं होगी. So write down heart block.
Ma'am, when you said that we see the blockages in our arteries when due to the staining of ink, so how is the ink injected in our body?
Okay, that is a whole procedure with that. Okay, and that whole procedure is called as angiography. Okay, either you select a vein from your thigh region or from your arm region. Okay, and you insert a catheter. Catheter means it is a thin tube which will go on releasing this ink. Okay, and the moment this ink comes to your heart, the heart will pump this throughout your body. So it will be made to pass through all blood vessels, and wherever it will come in contact with plaque, because it will go and stain there. तो जहाँ जहाँ उसको plaque दिखेगा, उस particular part को जाकर के वो color कर देंगे. It's like you are giving an injection. Okay, so over here first thing you have to search for a particular vein, either in your arm or in your, it's a huge tube, it's quite painful, you know, and along with that catheter you put a small camera, you put small instrument, okay, you can put a stent, because अगर angiography करते करते the doctor has to take a call कि I can do angioplasty also. Because there can be report कि angiography कर लिया and there was no plaque at all, okay? But अगर angiography करते करते उसको plaque दिखाई दे रहा है, can it clean it? It's like you are brushing the, you know, you are eroding the wall of the artery where the blockage can be. But अगर वो पूरा बंद हो गया, then I cannot, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
It's like a small tube. Inside that tube, how you are having a pump? पिचकारी कैसे है? Imagine करो एक पिचकारी and उसके अंदर जो छोटी tube डाली है, that is a stent. You are cleaning it like in this manner. Okay? You are monitoring it. I told you there is a small camera also attached to it. Okay? Surgery has taken, what you can say, technology has become so immense कि without making a cut in your abdomen, you can treat the tumor also over there. You have to just make a minor hole, okay? And that is what is called as laparoscopy. Through laparoscopy, you can view the entire thing, and then you can go to any organ of your body, and accordingly you can do the surgery. So here also you are just monitoring where the problem lies. So I cannot take a vein which is quite narrow. I have to take a vein which is quite dilated. The lumen is quite, so that it is not very painful. Elders को इसमें पेन हो सकता है. Why? Because elders का blood vessel is not as elastic like ours. Okay. Coming back to the other problem, I told you problem in the
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, at the time of bypass surgery, the heart and the lungs stop working. So how is the blood supplied to the whole body?
Person is kept on ventilator throughout the surgery. Huh? Heart is not functioning. Obviously, lungs are also not functioning at that time. So you do the surgery, stop the heart activity, person will die. So you have to reroute the entire thing, and with the help of ventilator, you keep the involuntary activity going on. Okay? So it's not just 1 hour ka surgery or 2 hours ka surgery. It takes lot of time. Okay? Coming back to heart block, write down. Faulty electrical activity.
Ma'am, now at the end of the lecture, will you explain the sinus venosa again, please?
Sinus. What? Sinus venosa. Sinus arrhythmia. Arrhythmia means irregular. Okay? Sinus with respect to breathing. With respect to breathing, when your heart rate becomes irregular, that is, inspiration rate is increased, expiration rate is decreased. It is not an abnormality, it is just a physiological thing that is happening in your body. Because during inspiration, it is an active process, so you require more blood supply. Heart block is not same as heart attack. Heart block means heart ka muscle is still healthy. The problem lies in the electrical conducting system of the heart. Faulty electrical activity, that is, can I say, any damage to nodal tissue, whether it is SA, AV, bundle of hairs, that mainly is associated with various infection. Okay, rheumatoid arthritis, something which we females face a lot. Okay, after the age of around 40-45 years, during that particular time, that has adverse effect on our nodal tissue also. So any damage to nodal tissue will send irregular signal to the heart ka wall. So though heart wall is healthy, but still it will not be able to pump blood adequately to meet the demands of the body. and that will lead to formation of a condition called as heart failure. Heart failure. Heart failure doesn't mean cardiac arrest. Heart failure, cardiac arrest are two different things. Cardiac arrest means complete stoppage. Heart failure means heart is not pumping blood adequately to meet the demands of the body. So heart block can lead to heart failure. Can I say acute heart attack can also lead to heart failure, and ultimately that can lead to cardiac arrest. So heart attack, heart failure, cardiac arrest, these are three different things. Okay? So heart failure, irregular contractions of heart so that it is pumping inadequate amount of blood, not sufficient to meet body's demand. Means most often, can I say, with
Yes.
cardiac failure, there will be tremendous reduction in cardiac output. Okay, the phenomena where there is too much reduction in cardiac output, I say that is heart failure. Heart failure is normally associated. It is called as congestive heart failure. Most of the time, it is not just referred as heart failure, it is congestive heart failure, because main symptom associated during heart failure is congestion of lungs. Congestion of lungs, you can simply say that the blood is more getting filled in lungs. Why? Because heart is not able to pump blood. So जो blood lungs में आया है, it is not moving ahead. Okay? And the process of oxygenation, deoxygenation is going on over there. Deoxygenated blood getting converted into oxygenated, but it is not going ahead. Heart is not pumping that sufficiently. So it is like, can I say the lungs are also choked? So that is called as congestion of lung, which is normally associated with heart failure. कौन गया अभी?
Miss,
हाँ.
Miss,
Yes.
Miss एंजियोप्लास्टी की प्रोसेस फिर से एक बार बताओ.
किसी को घर में हुआ है? हाँ. Angioplasty, what I have told. You select a larger vein, or over here, I can say either in your leg region or in your arm region. Okay? Now in this vein you introduce a catheter. What is catheter? Catheter is an optical tube. Okay? Optical tube with varying amount of flexibility and same permeability as what your blood capillary is allowing. Through this catheter, you are putting a rod, a very delicate rod inside. Attached to this rod can be small instrument, camera, stent and dies, which will be released inside the blood vessel. Ultimately, from all the blood vessel, blood is coming back to the heart, and when heart pumps it, this dye will go in all the blood vessel. Can I say it will color your coronary arteries also? और जहाँ जहाँ उसको ब्लॉक दिखाई देगा, ब्लॉक जिसको साइंटिफिकली तुम क्या बुलाते हो? Plaque. Okay? So it will go and color it. And when you take a photographic or you view it under computer, you can see what type of blockage is there. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. What percentage? If it is below then 80, 85, I can take a call along with angiography. See the word graphy. You are doing graphical analysis of your blood vessel. Along with that, you can do angioplasty. Angioplasty means the technique to remove the plaque from those blood vessels. But if there is 100% blockage, I cannot do angioplasty. Through angiography, I have viewed, I have to do bypass surgery. Okay?
Miss, the clots can form in other arteries.
Because यहाँ से जो ब्रांच निकलती है सबसे पहले ब्लड सप्लाई. Okay? Yes.
Miss, if the cholesterol gets deposited in other arteries like renal artery or radial artery, then
Obviously, then it is going to damage that particular organ. But if the damage is with respect to heart, all other organs are also gonna be affected, right? So here I have told you, when I say atherosclerosis, I am not specifying with respect to coronary artery. Atherosclerosis can happen with respect to any artery and the effect will be on that particular organ. But when I say CAD, then it is with respect to heart. Heart ka coronary artery. Okay, atherosclerosis over there. That is called as coronary artery disease. Yes, very minor clots or plaque. I can use medication. I can have one more plaque in the form of thrombus. Are you getting my point? Now, imagine here. Imagine this is my blood vessel. There was lot of clot produced. Then I say this part of my blood vessel becomes very hard. It will not be able to withstand that much amount of blood pressure. There can be a cut in the wall of the blood vessel. जैसे ही cut होगा, who gets stimulated? Platelets. Any sort of injury will stimulate my platelets, and that will lead to formation of blood clots, internal blood clots. अभी यहाँ पर blood clot बनेगा. This blood clot is healthy so that it is sealing the injury. But imagine ये cut होकर के इधर आ गया. Means blood clot has come into your blood. Body will again try to dissolve it, but उसको थोड़ा time लगेगा. And अगर उतने time में जाके उसने किसी capillary को block कर दिया. Are you getting my point? So here I am blocking my blood capillaries and artery, but the reason is different. Earlier reason was formation of plaque. Here it is due to thrombus, and chances of producing thrombus increases with the chances of producing plaque. So can I say this particular part indicates plaque and this part indicates thrombus. Thrombus simply means internal blood clot, okay, which can also go and block my arteries or other blood vessels. Okay, it becomes very dangerous if it will go and block my coronary capillaries because they are going to supply oxygenated blood to my
Miss,
yes.
is this also called emboli?
Is this also called?
Emboli.
No. No.
Because embolus is also moving.
I don't know the reason behind that, but this is something which happens because of extra cholesterol or fats in our blood.
Ma'am, during angioplasty, you're entering the catheter through the vein. So, how does it reach the coronary artery?
You are not just introducing catheter in the vein. This catheter finds its way till the heart. Any blood vessels, artery, not in veins, artery, and it will go up till heart. It is not introduced only in the blood vessel. In the blood vessel, you will release the dye, but it will ultimately reach the heart.
So, ma'am, won't it have to go through the lungs? If you are entering the catheter through the veins, it will have to go through the...
Why you have to go through the lungs? Brachial artery. Brachial artery is a branch of your subclavian artery. Subclavian artery has arisen from your aorta. So you can go from there.
Yes.
Okay? So, plaque and thrombus are two different things. There is one more condition. Now see this condition. Did we do this? We did atherosclerosis. Now see the spelling. I wrote arteriosclerosis. Sclerosis is still the same. Sclerosis means hardening. Okay? But arterio, hardening of artery. Any artery of your body, whether it is coronary artery or any other artery of your body. Hardening of coronary artery, can I say tremendous reduction in the elasticity of artery? Artery somehow has lost its capacity to expand and recoil back. Okay? What can be the reason, chief reason कि artery ना तो expand कर रही है ना तो recoil कर रही है? Which fibers? Elastin. What is elastin? Protein. Protein का production decreases with age. Can I say this disease is mostly age related? You will always find, elderly people suffering from high blood pressure, and this is the main reason for them to suffer from high blood pressure. अगर उनका protein intake ज़्यादा नहीं होगा, अच्छा नहीं होगा, body तो already protein synthesis बहुत कम कर रही है, chances are there that they will be suffering from arteriosclerosis. Arteriosclerosis will always lead to hypertension. Are you getting my point? So in both the condition, arteries have become hard, but the reason for hardness is different. In atherosclerosis, it was due to deposition of plaque. Means, can I say there was increase in the thickness of the wall, and hence there was reduction in the lumen size? Here will the size of the lumen decrease? No, artery is as it is. Only thing, artery cannot expand, neither will it recoil back. Okay? And this happens due to decreased protein synthesis with age. So it is majorly an age-related problem. No change in lumen size. Yes?
मैम पल्स थोड़ा वीक फील होगी ना फिर?
हाँ? Yes, pulse बहुत ही weak होगी. Obviously, there will not be any jerk experience.
That is why the scale of voltage will like come out.
No. That is not the reason why it is getting wrinkled. Don't relate that. Your skin is tough right now. Okay, proper strength. It is held. After 15-20 years, even mine will be like this. Okay, it will be loose. Now it is intact, still intact. Why? Because there is good amount of protein which is giving tensile strength to my skin. Which is that? Collagen. And with age, production of that is going to be reduced. That's why we apply anti-aging cream. All those cream is giving you good amount of collagen, fibers. And hence skin can be what you can say radiant, intact and function as anti-aging. Okay? So that was atherosclerosis. This is arteriosclerosis. If I say condition like ischemia, ischemia can be cardiac ischemia, cerebral ischemia, renal ischemia. Ischemia simply means reduced blood supply. Okay? Reduced blood supply to organs. So if I want to say with respect to heart, then I will say the terminology cardiac ischemia. With respect to brain, I will use the terminology cerebral ischemia. Can I say that can be because of the blockage? Okay? So any disorders associated with your circulatory system doesn't happen all of a sudden. Okay? It happens slowly, steadily, and then it can take a very aggravated form. But in few cases you must have seen a person is very healthy. I know Nero has just come back. Person is very healthy and suddenly the person has met with cardiac arrest. Like very recently, अपने यहाँ पर I suppose 1.5 or 2 years back, a football player died in India. Okay, but a player abroad, I suppose Brazilian or Argentine का कोई player था, he did not die. Why? Because he got medical attention within 3 minutes. He was hospitalized. As this fellow was not even taken out in half an hour to hospital. Okay, so cardiac arrest can happen all of a sudden also. Due to some reason, the blood supply to heart has stopped. That will result in, complete cessation of the cardiac activity. This is something which happens quite rare. Otherwise, all sort of circulatory problems will grow only with time. It doesn't happen all of a sudden. So it depends on your lifestyle, your dietary habit, which is going to control the health of your circulatory system. So people who in their family, there is a genetic hereditary trend. People will suffer from hypertension. Like I have this problem because my parents are suffering from hypertension. I have higher risk to be contracting this particular problem. So every time I need to monitor how is my blood pressure, and I have to maintain my lifestyle, means we have to regularly exercise. I will not take any food which is laden with oil or substances which my body will not access. Okay, so something which will just start as a plaque can be aggravated and leading to cardiac arrest. So there are multiple reasons. We just saw all those things. So with this, I suppose I have finished the chapter. There are only 4 diseases mentioned in the textbook. Hypertension hai, CAD hai, atherosclerosis, CAD, and heart failure. Okay, I have given you few extra more because your booklet demands most of these things. Neral, anything which you have missed? Tell me which part you missed.
Ma'am, missed from heart failure. Congestive heart failure.
Okay, you missed.
Congestive heart failure.
Okay, means only this particular part, right? What I had suggested,
Yes.
heart attack, heart failure, cardiac arrest. These are not same thing, these are 3 different things. Heart failure means there is reduction in cardiac output. Cardiac output means heart is not able to pump sufficient volume of blood which is actually needed by your organs. Regular cardiac output कितना है? 5 liters per minute. This is cardiac output. But अगर heart fail हो रहा है, this contraction and relaxation is so arrhythmic. It is not taking properly.
Will you explain hepatic portal system?
Thane, give me 2 minutes. Let me just compensate for what Nerul has missed. Okay? So understood Nerul? Heart failure normally is said as congestive heart failure. Congestive why? Because there is a chief symptom of congestion of the lungs. Also I dealt with this particular thing, thrombus. Thrombus means internal blood clot. A blood vessel which has lost its elasticity. The reason can be anything, either through plaque deposition, atherosclerosis, or due to arteriosclerosis. Can I say arteriosclerosis can also cause formation of thrombus? Yes, because blood vessels are not that elastic, so the chances of getting ruptured will be very high. अगर जहाँ पर भी injury होती है, there can be formation of clot, and this clot can go and block smaller blood vessels like capillaries. And last we did, I suppose, arteriosclerosis. You were there? Nerul?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Arteriosclerosis. Sclerosis simply means hardening. Arterio, it is not like athero. Athero means plaque. Arterio has simply come from the word artery. So artery ka hardening. Artery ka hardening means reduction in the elasticity of artery. Who provides elasticity to artery? Presence of lot of elastin protein. So due to decreased protein synthesis with age. So this particular problem is mainly associated with old age people, and hence they will always suffer from high blood pressure. there is no change in lumen size. Why I wrote this point? Because during atherosclerosis, the size of the lumen is narrow. So during atherosclerosis also hypertension, during arteriosclerosis also hypertension, but the reason, the way it has led to hypertension is different. There it was due to reduction in lumen ka size, here it is due to reduction of elasticity. And last I just touched was ischemia. Ischemia simply means reduction in blood supply. Okay, any reduction in blood supply with respect to any organ. If it is with respect to heart, I say cardiac ischemia. If it is with respect to kidney, I can say it as renal ischemia. If it is with respect to brain, I call it as cerebral ischemia. Okay, so though heart is the organ.
Excuse me मैम,
हाँ,
मैम जो हार्डरिंग होता है स्क्लेरोसिस,
हाँ।
वो वेन्स में नहीं होता क्या?
होता है, but chances will be quite less. Okay, अगर होगा भी तो वो ऐसे deadlier, it will not be so dangerous for your body. Why it will not be so dangerous? Because by the time blood has come to the vein, blood pressure has dropped tremendously. Blood pressure बहुत कम होगा, and अगर वहाँ पर plaque deposit भी होगा, vein की already size बहुत बड़ी है, तो उसकी साइज को तुम बहुत ज्यादा नैरो नहीं कर रहे. तो yes, it can be deposited in the veins also, but it is not going to cause stressful or harmful effects on your body. जितना artery stress, ठीक है? Somebody asked
Yes,
for,
ma'am.
somebody asked for hepatic portal system. I don't know why you are asking, because in Kingdom Animalia I did all the portal system. Remember, we discussed 3 portal system. क्या था हमने? We did ना? We did hepatic, we did hypophyseal, and we did renal portal system. Remember, portal system simply means system of capillaries which originate from one organ and end in another organ. Otherwise, what we have seen, how the blood supply or network of blood vessels, all organs are either receiving blood from heart or sending back blood to heart. मतलब heart plays a pivotal role. Can I say each organ in your body is directly connected to heart? But there are certain bypass. Bypass means where certain organs are not directly sending their blood to heart. They are sending it to some different other organ. Like what you are asking is hepatic portal system. Hepatic has come from the word liver. Your alimentary canal, especially your small intestine. The capillaries will originate from there. अब उन्होंने जो vein बनाया था, naturally ये vein कहाँ जाना चाहिए था? Heart के पास, because सारे organs heart से connected है. But these small intestine का capillaries, इससे जो vein बनेगा, that vein is called as a portal vein, because it will go and put this blood not in heart but in liver, and hence you call this portal vein as hepatic portal vein. Why body needed this bypass? Detoxification. Your liver is your quality controlling officer, I told you, because the food what you eat can be rich with lot of toxins, microbes, so something which you don't want to be spreaded throughout the body. Imagine यहाँ से जो भी आया सीधा हार्ट के पास जा रहा है. हार्ट क्या करता है? ऐसे ब्लड को सब ऑर्गन में स्प्रेड कर देता. So before heart spread that blood to each and every organ of your body, liver will detoxify that blood. Detoxify blood means whatever toxins are there, it will get rid of that. Okay? And such type of portal system we call it as hepatic portal system. So it starts with capillaries of the small intestine, then it makes a hepatic portal vein, enter the liver, branch it out into capillary, again now make a vein. अब इस vein को नाम क्या दोगे? Hepatic vein. And this hepatic vein will go and join the inferior vena cava and pour the blood over. समझा?
Miss,
हाँ.
Miss, do we humans have renal portal system?
No. Mammals don't have renal portal system. Renal portal system is highly developed in fishes. Then amphibians also have to certain extent. By the time reptiles came, we lost it. Okay, we don't have. That's why we are having hepatic portal system highly developed. Hepatic portal system.
Okay, miss. So in fishes, the blood from the digestive system goes to the
You can say yes.
renal system.
Yes, kidneys. Kidneys will be the organ which will be not only purifying the blood but getting rid of these toxins also. Because kidneys in them is not involved in losing lot of ammonia. Because if you remember, fishes, okay, they can release their ammonium salt through their gill slits also. Okay, so kidney plays a very minor role in detoxifying that.
Ma'am, could you talk about the hypophyseal portal system again, please?
I will definitely talk about hypophyseal portal system, bacha, in detail, much more in detail when we do the chapter hormonal control and coordination. अभी के लिए सिर्फ इतना याद रख, hypophysis. Hypophysis is the other term for your pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is a master endocrine gland. Okay, it is a part of brain or it is present in brain. Present in brain. Pituitary is not a part of brain. Brain divided into three parts: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Forebrain का एक part होता है diencephalon, ठीक है? And diencephalon का एक part होता है hypothalamus. Okay? Hypothalamus is neuroendocrine in nature. Means it has neural function being a part of brain. It has endocrine function as it controls pituitary gland. Imagine my hand to be hypothalamus, ठीक है? उसके नीचे imagine this duster to be pituitary. तो यहाँ पर ना एक कैविटी होती है of a sphenoid bone and उसके अंदर ऐसा P, okay, बटना, okay, yes, okay, P like small, उतना ही size है हाँ उसका. It is roughly like this. If you put like a finger on my bindi like here and right center, तो जहाँ imaginarily वो join होते हैं, somewhere there is your pituitary gland. Okay, so your hypothalamus, here is your pituitary. Hypothalamus will go and control the pituitary. So there is a direct connection between hypothalamus and pituitary gland. So can I say hypophyseal portal system means what? Bunch of capillaries which will start from hypothalamus, end as a bunch of capillaries in pituitary. So a vein will be produced. Can I just call it as a hypophyseal portal vein? So this system is called as hypophyseal portal system. Here the blood will carry the hormone secreted by hypothalamus to control the secretion of hormone by pituitary. Okay? इसको और detail में हम next chapter में करेंगे, ठीक है? So with this we have finished this chapter.
What is isovolumetric relaxation?
What is
What is isovolumetric relaxation?
With respect to what? With respect to blood vessel or any other tubes of our body?
Blood vessels.
Okay. Now, isoosmotic relaxation or contraction depends upon how much amount of water or body fluid is present. Okay. Just like जितना ज़्यादा blood volume होगा, उतना ज़्यादा उसकी stretching होगी. So कितना वो recoil कर रहा है, कितना strength से, that is what you call it as isoosmotic contraction or relaxation. Osmotic यानी कि with reference to water potential. ठीक है?
And ma'am, what is isovolumetric relaxation? Volumetric.
Total volume. Volume of the blood as a whole. Only not with respect to water. Whole volume. Not just blood or any other body fluid if I am talking about any other blood vessel. Sorry, any other tube of the body.
Okay ma'am, thank you.
Now, if you
Miss, what exactly happens in fibrillation?
Okay. Fibrillation. Fibrillation is a very major problem if it is with respect to cardiac muscle. Fibrillation means uncoordinated contraction and relaxation of the muscles. See, other muscles can be affected by this problem of fibrillation. तो वहाँ अगर होता है तो इतना कोई major health issue नहीं है. Why? Because these muscles are not working on all or none principle. But अगर cardiac muscle में if there is fibrillation, can I say that will send uncoordinated contraction का signal throughout the surface? Right? So fibrillation means uncontrolled contraction and relaxation of certain muscle. Okay? And with respect to heart, it is very dangerous. Otherwise, any other muscle, it is not that too dangerous. So, अगर ये atria में हो रहा है, we call it as atrial fibrillation or ventricular fibrillation. So, to get rid of that, we put something called as defibrillator. Okay? Yes.
Miss, how is this different from seizure?
No, it is definitely different from seizures. Seizures means there is stoppage. Okay? It is in a sustained state and there will be a lot of pain. Fibrillation, it's like shaking. It has not stopped, but contractions are very irregular. So fibrillation and seizures are not same.
Now with seizures, the person shakes.
Miss, so only heart is affected.
Huh?
You said it happens in the heart, so why does the whole body move, shake?
अरे नहीं रे बाबा. I said with respect to heart, it is very dangerous. Fibrillation can occur for any muscles of your body. Okay? Because fibrillation is associated with muscle. But अगर heart की muscle के साथ होता है, then it is very dangerous. Because cardiac muscle follow all or none principle. क्योंकि अगर कोई एक muscle band ठीक से काम नहीं कर रही है, it can make the entire muscle not function properly. Same manner, for example, biceps here. Some part of the bicep is showing fibrillation. Is it that my entire bicep will show? No. Why? Because these muscles are not following all or none principle. So fibrillation is not with respect to only heart. Fibrillation is with respect to any muscle of the body. But with respect to heart, it is very dangerous. That's what I said.
Yes, misunderstood.
Ma'am, what is the thinnest portion of myocardial wall?
I did not get you.
Thinnest portion of myocardial wall.
Slowest? Okay, which portion is thinnest? Which part is thinnest? I said right atrium. Thickest part is left ventricle. We had arranged. Just see the note. I have arranged the thickness of the wall of the chambers. I have also arranged how much volume they are having. Okay? Now let's take
Excuse me, ma'am.
Huh?
Ma'am, actually I had a doubt in ECG. In the P wave, do the impulse pass or the atria only starts contracting at that initial stage of P wave?
P. P means over there impulse has been generated. Impulse generated and it has spread. And after spreading, it will cause atrial systole. Means P के बाद का till the time it is reaching R. PR segment indicates atrial systole. What I told you, ECG में जो waves बन रहे हैं, that is not for cardiac activity. That is only for electrical activity. You are correlating this electrical activity with the mechanical activity. Okay, you are assuming it. And since if this is normal, automatically your mechanical activity is normal. So P wave means activation of SA node. It has spread it has generated the impulse. But उसके बाद mechanical activity होगी, यानी कि atrial systole. So P wave actually indicates depolarization of atria, which will lead to atrial systole. QRS indicates depolarization of ventricle, which will lead to ventricular systole. Okay?
Excuse me, ma'am. P wave will indicate the contraction of both the arteries or the beginning of the systole.
It has started. PR interval indicates atrial systole.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, Kalyan Center.
Yes, Kalyan.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Kalyan. Go Why?
When we breathe, initially we feel some chest pain. While breathing, we feel initially a chest pain. So why is it so?
Is it that everyone feels chest pain while you are breathing in? No.
Ma'am, sometimes it happens.
Okay. Sometimes it happens if you are having a continuous problem of cough and cold, or you have suffered from pneumonia, or you are showing the symptom of asthma. All can make any disease or disorder which has made the system weak can lead to production of pain. Otherwise, during inspiration, it's a non-painful activity. It's involuntary. It happens. You don't even realize that. Okay? Yes. Many of the time, it happens that you get a chest pain, but it's a faulty call. Faulty call means this chest pain is not because of, the person is experiencing heart attack, right? This chest pain is because of acidic regurgitation. Means a person who shows hyperacidity. Okay, and mostly रात को ये होता है if the person has overeaten something, and that too spicy food and all, and lot of acid was generated. Person did not have this gap of around 2 to 3 hours before going to sleep, and in the sleep there can be lot of acid going and accumulating in your esophagus, and esophagus is right behind the heart, I can say. So the pain is there in the esophagus, which gives you a faulty sign that heart is paining. Okay, and so until and unless you do a proper ECG of the person, you don't come to know कि वाकई वो chest pain, angina pectoris या heart attack की वजह से था, और it was simply an acidity का. Okay, so that is just called as esophageal unrest. Okay, due to hyperacidity.
What is blood sugar fasting?
What is blood sugar fasting? Okay, I suppose it has now just become a question answer round. Whether it is related, not related. मेरे साथ ये problem है, या मेरे घर में किसी का blood अभी report आया है.
Actually, ma'am, it is there in the MCQs. And what is the blood sugar during fasting?
Okay, blood sugar fasting. See, whenever you give your blood for testing, you get before eating and after eating. So before means you have not eaten anything, that regular level, okay, that is called somewhere around 90 to 120 milligram per deciliter of blood. This much amount of glucose should be there. Any concentration higher, इसकी value दी गई है. Just check the concentration of regular glucose. कितना amount of glucose is there? Read NCERT का textbook तुमको मिलेगा. Okay, and this concentration will definitely increase after food, खाना खाने के बाद. So that is after lunch, post lunch. But अगर तुमने कभी भी किसी भी जैसे diabetic patient है, okay, they have to continuously monitor. So that level is random sugar level. Random sugar level means any time of the day you are checking the glucose. अच्छा, अभी एक question तुम लोग answer. A diabetic patient, okay, a diabetic patient will be complaining more of hypertension की hypotension. एक diabetic patient को ज़्यादातर high BP रहता है कि low BP रहता है. A diabetic patient most often suffer from high blood pressure. Reason: due to deficiency of insulin, glucose level is quite high. Okay. So अगर glucose level high है, solute concentration is more in blood. So what will body try to maintain the osmotic isotonic concentration? Retain more water. So blood का volume हमेशा ज़्यादा रहता है. Now how this person is getting more water? You will always find a diabetic person always thirsty. So they keep on drinking water to retain more amount of water in their blood. So blood का volume comparatively ज़्यादा है. So if there is more blood volume, obviously they will be suffering from more the problem of hypertension. But then you will say, ma'am, they also complain of giddiness. If person feel nauseating, there is sudden dip in the blood pressure, and that's why at that time you give some something to the person so that the person comes back to conscious state. Why this happens with diabetic patient? This is not because of low blood pressure in them. This is because of low energy supply in their tissues. क्यों? Because blood में ही glucose रह गया. That glucose is not entering your cells and tissue. So cells के पास respiratory substrate के नाम पर glucose है ही नहीं. So they will hunt for some other secondary source. And if the fat content is also less, so then the body ka energy demand is not met, okay, and hence person will be always complaining of giddiness, okay. So diabetic patients also normally complain of hypertension. A person who is suffering from renal failure, okay, kidney failure, they will also complain of high blood pressure. So all these organs are correlated, they are interconnected. A problem with one organ will have its impact on the other organ. सबसे पहले अगर कोई organ fail हो रहा है धीरे धीरे, that is mostly your liver. And अगर liver ने काम करना ठीक से शुरू नहीं किया, that will lead to multiple organs failure. Yes, someone?
Ma'am, can you please repeat what fibrillation is?
Fibrillation, I just said, uncoordinated contraction of certain muscle का part. मतलब suppose this is one full bicep का कुछ part is not contracting in a coordinated manner. So fibrillation is problematic mostly with the cardiac muscle because cardiac muscle follows all or none principle. So अगर एक muscle का part ठीक से काम नहीं कर रहा, the entire muscle can be affected. ठीक है?
And what are varicose veins?
What are varicose vein? Varicose vein. You search it and you find it. Okay? Now I'm tired. That is because of the faulty blood and nerve supply from the spinal cord region. You will see few people, their veins are quite swollen and they are very darkish in appearance. Why they appear to be very dark, greenish? Because blood is quite accumulated there. They don't have a proper circulation. It is not going up. Okay? So irregular blood supply. Okay? Due to faulty nerve impulses. Certain spinal nerves can be compressed. Okay? So they are not sending signal. That can lead to varicose vein ka problem. Mostly associated with obesity. Okay? Chalo. So for your major test 3, let me first complete. For your major test 3, you guys have 2 chapters. According to me, these are quite simple chapters. Respiratory system and circulatory system. But don't expect paper to be simple. Last time also, remember major test 2? We expected paper to be very good, we were very much prepared and we got a shock of our life. Right? In a single paper also we made quite a blunder. लगा नहीं घर पे जाकर कि अरे ये तो क्वेश्चन इतना easy था. It's only because you did not read it properly. You all made silly mistakes. Okay? So don't give yourself scope of silly mistakes. 4 and 5 questions I can expect. They can be out of the scope of your textbook. Don't bother about them. Okay? तो कितना marks जाएगा ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा? 20 marks. 20, 25. I cut short that. 150 तो लेकर के ही आना. Keep your target more than 150. So for that, read the question very properly. Don't consider it to be simple. कि हाँ easy है, zoology का हो जाएगा, हमको सब आता है. Don't take it that lightly. And for a thorough revision of circulation, like last time also for digestion, I had given you a question bank based on every statement. I'll mail that assignment to all centers across. Okay? So Monday it is your responsibility to collect the material, solve it. I will not give you any answer key. Pune FC2, I am still there in the class. Pune, Naval, it's it's the other way around also. You people can see me, I can also see you. Okay? So, what I just said, make it a point to solve this material the moment you receive it. I am not going to give any answer here. Don't expect, because all answers are there in the textbook. Answer नहीं आता है, textbook खोल करके पढ़ो, एक एक line देखो उसकी. Because all the majority of questions should be coming from there. So just in case, next week also I will be getting one lecture. I will not again revise circulation, because with that aspect ना मैं एक साल की circulation करा सकता हूँ. That is not my concern. I'll start with a new chapter. Okay, and that new chapter is excretion and osmo. Okay, so all the best to all of you. Still, if there are any queries, you all have my